Come shine, children are growing, creating a brand new design. It's time to pray for peace and love, and we hope it will last forever. As sure as stars above, our joys become bubbling over. None can defeat our escape this time. This time, people start breaking across the poverty line. This
Good evening. Good evening, Liberians. Welcome. Welcome to the program Good Evening Liberia. The program where we discuss the issues. We analyze the trend of politics. We stick to the issues. We avoid attacking personalities. Share the live video. Let's preach the preach message. Let's preach the peace message. Let's come together on a one umbrella and move Liberia forward. Many of the countries you are present today is about unity. I think Liberians are actually strong. Until we Liberians realized that it is only Liberians that can build Liberia. Our country will not go anywhere. Let's keep sharing the live video. Very shortly, my co-host will be joining me. Mohamed Vanikana, it has been a very long time. He has not joined the program due to some personal engagement. Today, the man was like eager to join the program. He is doing some backstage preparation. And after all is completed, he will definitely join us. Let's keep sharing the platform. Let's keep sharing the live video. Let's expose the platform. Okay, so welcome Liberians. Welcome to those of you who are actually following our religious follower. All of our followers, we urge you to continuously share the live video. There are lots of new things happening in our country. One of the most talked about issues in our country, Liberia, has been the issues about the sanctions everyone is discussing, and other people try to underplay the significance of the sanctions on those that were actually affected from the sanction. But one thing I can tell you is that the sanction is actually important. It is an indictment. Whenever you have been sanctioned by the U.S. government, it definitely has a very bad reputation on you as a person. So regardless of whatever you do about the sanctions, whatever narrative you try to paint about the station, that is not a very good sign, owing to the fact that under the George Weah administrations, we experience this level of sanctions, particularly from individuals who were close to the cycle. That is not a very good. That is not a very good proceeding. That is not a very good trend for the Weah-led government. Even considering the fact that they are now on the pathway towards opposition community, uh, that is not a very good path. That is not a very good path for every one of them. You understand? The likes of Jefferson Koji, the likes of Samuel Tue, who has a very strategic position within the government, the likes of Emmanuel Lukui, and all of those people who were previously sanctioned. These are not very good signs. You understand? These are not very good signs. So, I yesterday I overheard the pro to participate in the section at the regular section because the Senate has 2 days to normally convene for session. So it was yesterday was Tuesday, so he was actually reacting to the sanction, although to the indictment leveled against him by the U.S. government. However, he promised to actually follow the case to ensure that that particular sanction or that visa restriction that was extended to him as well as his family uh, can be lifted. Can be lifted. You know, America is such a even every one of them who are affected by the sanction, they are fully aware of the implications about the consequences of those of those materials. So they will only pretend to not be in the know. So with that, we will also talk about that. We will lend our thoughts on the fire incidents. We will talk about the governance. We will talk about the governance issue. What are the anticipations of many Liberian people relative towards the incoming Waka administration? As a matter of fact, we just have few days inching towards the transitional process. You witnessed the the organizations of the joint presidential transitional team. Uh, you witnessed the organizations of the joint presidential transitional team, and lots of new developments in the country. But the most talked about issue has the most talked about issue since the formation of the joint presidential transitional team has been about the issues of sanction. Everywhere you go, people are talking about the sanction. Everywhere you go, people are talking about the sanctions and so forth. So we just got informed that our guest, Medina Lincoln, and who earlier on asked us to appear on today, will definitely be appearing. So particularly, we will be discussing about post-elections matters within District 18 because he was one of the persons. He was one of those who was actually canvassing vigorously for Solomon Chipo, the independent representative candidate who lost the elections to incumbent Representative Edward Papi Flomo. So he will definitely be talking to us. We have also been told that Solomon Chipo has departed for the United States of America. He gone for a very good meeting that could definitely benefit vast majorities of the residents in the district as well as Liberians. So that is why he went to the United States of America, and it will also interest you to know that he also go to have some family engagements with the, with the families in the United States of America because going to the United States of America is not a very strange thing, or it's not a very strange thing to the individual we are talking about. So those are all of the critical questions we would definitely ask you. Thankfully, my colleague Mohammed Bani Khan is here, and he would definitely provide the best analysis relative to all of those outlying topics that I just made mention of. So, Mohammed, I see him getting set. Behind the camera, Mohammed Vanikani. Let's try to place Mohammed Vanikani on the stream. Let's try to place Mohammed Vanikani. So Mohammed Vanikani, who plays the role as the as the co-host this program, Good Even Liberia, uh, is has been placed on the camera now. So Mohammed, good evening to you. It has actually been a long time. The people might be very concerned about why you left. And you left for a very long time, even though I am fully aware that you were catering to some other personal issues relating to your family affairs. And so the people may be very concerned about why you left, why you have not been on the show on the platform for a very long time.
Yes, it's a pleasure being on the program. Good evening, Liberia. And I like to say good evening, good morning, good afternoon based on your geographical location. Thanks and appreciation to you for keeping the platform alive, for getting the program still running here every Monday to Friday. You have been doing an excellent job here with the likes of Grafina Korspa and that of Eric Powell Collins and the senior management team here at Foka on TV. I highly appreciate you and the rest of the team here for the job you people have been doing. So it's good being back here, after all of the personal engagement, family issues that needed attention. And at least thank God that all these things have been settled.
Okay,
So we are back.
so you've been literally following, even though you were somehow tight-lipped on family issues. You've been literally following the trend of politics, and one of the most talked about developments. What is your take about it? Even though you are not a guest, you have an opinion, and those opinions must be respected, and as well. What is the issues about sanctions, and the organizations of the joint presidential transitional team?
The first thing is when the sanction came out, it reminds me about former President Charles Gangetila, who said, "No African leader or no Liberian president can function or will function adequately without without the adherence of America. If you want to be successful in your presidency in within Liberia, you must be the type that listen to the cause of America. Whenever America say this, you should be that person who will always be willing to listen to them." But for Mr. Taylor, at that time, Mr. Taylor said he was not the type who was always willing to listen to the demands of all of those things that are going to be coming from America. He was not the type that always willing to listen to whatsoever thing Washington D.C. was saying. So when the sanction came out, I think it is just it is just it is just something that should caution those who serve in public positions that if you have been given the trust,
Uh,
it
so
is an
So in your mind, it was just a moment of reflections on how Taylor made those statements that
definitely
in order
so.
for you to be successful in
You
leading the
must
Liberian people, you definitely have to
have
have
to
a very
listen to
strong,
America.
yeah,
Exactly. So
relationship with America.
exactly. So he had that interview in Calabash
Mhm.
in Nigeria when he was arrested by state security.
Yeah,
That was when he had that interview by one Nigerian journalist. So I think the issue of the sanction is just something to to caution those who are serving in position, those who are serving in national position. This is something that should draw the attention of everybody, whether you are serving in national position in public or private sectors. You must respect the privilege, the opportunity that was given you to serve. It is not a right. It is not your right to go and serve the position you have been opportunity to go and serve. So for the issue of the sanction, I won't say it is necessary. I won't say it is not necessary because the onus is upon the U.S. government to provide other the facts, and it is also the onus is also upon those who have been accused to exempt themselves from the allegation that has been leveled against them.
you try to be too legal. It's like why you were observing your break and off air, you were reading some legal documents.
No, but America doesn't provide the facts. I'm not a student of of law.
And
But I think every allegation that has been made against a person must be proven at the competent court of jurisdiction. So those that have been accused, if they are claiming that it is an allegation or leveled against them because of XYZ reasons, it is also upon them to go to court, to take the United States government to court. Who tell you that the United States government cannot be wrong? They can be in error at times based on what they have gathered from their source or sources within a particular geographical locale. So once you have once you have that person who has been accused, take the United States government to court. And if the case goes against the United States government, that is something of which the United States government going to pay for the defamation of character, because the United States government has defamed and malign the character of another
all of
person from
those,
another country.
all of those.
So it is just a lesson that those who are about to serve, those who are about to take the gavel on January 22nd of next year, it is a lesson to you that this country does not belong to you. This country does not belong to you and your family. This country does not belong to whosoever person that you think within yourself that you are. So this country does not belong to you. So those who are going to take the country next year, this January 22nd, 2024, they must be ready and willing to listen to the plight of the Liberian people. Failure on their part, the same thing that happened to previous government officials, the same thing going to happen to them.
I share similar thoughts with you regard considering the fact that considering the trend of sanctions that has been released. First we witnessed the first three individuals who are very close to President Weah with the sanctioned, the likes of Natana Falo McGill, the likes of Serena Seaforth, Bill Twally. Then single-handedly witnessed the sanctions being Jefferson Koji, someone who holds a very strategic positions in the coalitions of democratic change, Sete Mayor, and somebody who has a very good relationship with many of the youthful populations, even at the headquarters. He will once serve in the capacity as the youth chairperson before he was elevated to the position as secretary of the party. And actually he claimed that he is not silenced over the fact that about the sanctions that has been quite recently imposed on him. For him, he sees it as a kind of hypocrisy and conspiracy that has been a malicious lie that has been leveled against him by the US government. That is one of the biggest one, So we will just pause this discussion here because our guest is here and we have just been notified by our technical team, and so we'll just entertain a very short break. When we come back, we run straight into the issues of interviewing our guest. So
Hello there, my name is K. Lyndon Togba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings.
Yeah. Christoph the King. I'm back on these egotistic politicians. I'm on my way now to reach it. See my dreams, all I see is diamonds and gold. But when I wake up, I see my people selling iron and coal. Ego, we're gonna control your soul. I thought they said I let control your reach, but how come my people are poor? When the government steal our embezzlement, the government people are problem. They will be the J, the B, the K, the Lee, I hope I'm not in problem. When the government steal our embezzlement, the government people are problem. They will be the J, the B, the K, the Lee, I hope I'm not in problem. It's just the way that we live. My people still acting like graves. See, y'all need to change all that evil mentality. You won't receive, you must give. Let's change the way that we eat. Let's change the way that we think. See, I'm from the ghetto where kids not that wasted. If you can smoke, you can drink. I know you been to America, but I just came from Soweto. Cause that by easy, the living is hard, but we still survive in the ghetto. When the government steal that embezzlement, the government people are problem. I swear to God, who gonna solve them? I swear to God, who gonna solve them? When you get money, you all in your brabby, you jack out to have on your product. I stand for the girls and the boys in the ghetto, the ones with no money to eat, man. They spend millions of dollars on guns, stuck your way our infrastructures and loved ones. 9 out of 11 with crumbs. Where I'm about to raise up my daughters and sons. We need to switch it up, people. The way that we living is evil. The way that we living is evil. The way that we living is evil. I'm on my way now to reach it. See my dreams, all I see is diamonds and gold. But when I wake up, I see my people selling iron and coal. Ego, we're gonna control your soul. I thought they said I let control your reach, but how come my people are poor? When the government steal our embezzlement, the government people are problem. They will be the J, the B, the K, the Lee, I hope I'm not in problem. When the government steal our embezzlement, the government people are problem. They will be the J, the B, the K, the Lee, I hope I'm not in problem. I see no peace among all you politicians, but we got peace in the ghetto. All my people show me love. Yeah, we got love in the ghetto. They want you to how to do. The Bobby because by what they can do. You send your boys in my who? Excuse me, I'm talking to you. See how much you spend on your coat and your glasses like you don't even know the rules. See how many people are dying for hunger. See how much you spend on your shoes. Hey, wait. Someone please come and investigate. I done found out analysis. These politicians be changing their subjects and predicates. Everybody need a flex. Your citizens need a flex. Government will feed your boy in my ribbons. See him chilling with my ex. Everybody need a flex. Your citizens need a flex. So government will feed your boy in my ribbons. See him chilling with my ex. We need to switch it up. Lump.
Five friend, let me. If you not want betrayal, five friend, let me. Five friend, let me. Five friend, let me. If you not want betrayal, five friend, let me.
Bombe oh, five friend, let me. Bombe jene oh, five friend, let me. Five friend, let me. Five friend, let me.
Hey, see bestie, your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie da la bestie. Five friend, let me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Five friend, let me. I hear them say they want me go, I say
Some of them say they want me go,
I say
Some French la oh Some French la oh Some French la oh French la Hey, see bestie, your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie da la bestie. Five friend, let me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Five friend, let me. Okoro. They won't step on my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah. They won't call it my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah.
French, see French, can't see Papa T French, and I want no back for French. Wangolo, Wango for bestie, Wango for daddy,
It's so easy.
Connecting, yeah.
Hey, ha. Boy, amen, I can't take back hearing. DJ, give me now your cool hearing. Let me tell them how the thing goes. How the thing goes. Okay, okay. Chebe make a tamuwa. Say my pipina go join God. You want to bamba? You wanna G with the big boys? Now you the wrong, get the kitty, you the wrong, get a up with drink with a chop cup. Hey, so you see how the thing goes? How the thing goes? Oh, you tell me who blend you? Okay. Oh man, I'm good, baby. Okay. This one of his double no be kind years. Go school, you go the fam tools. And all the parameters that you want to form too. See, even your papa not to save you. For all the cannabis when they pick it done too. Man, all the niggas don't find you. Because that nigga who you play on my don't move. Oh boy, don't move. Ha, hey, come on, let's go. Chevy make a Samoa. Say my picking go join God. You want to bamba? You wanna G with the big boys? Now you the wrong kitty, you the wrong get a top with drink with a drop cup. Hey, Jeffy, you see how the thing goes? I said, telling me who blends you, and who? Okay. Okay, come on, let's go. Okay, because you made it to the top throne, let me see what my Godfather can do. Cause he's the father to the fatherless, a mother to the motherless, and not to know what I can do. But promise not to fight again, not to...
Okay, folks, welcome back again. We are very sorry that we had to entertain a very short break to make few adjustments because we have just been notified that our guest, Manjida Lincoln, has just arrived, and we will be talking about post-elections matters because he supported somebody who was earlier vying for the representative slot in our district, and he was one person who used to work in the office of Edo Papi Flomo. And so we will actually be discussing about post-election matters. And later on, we will definitely elevate the conversation over to the national issue, looking at because he definitely supports the rescue mission. He was one of the first soldiers who went vigorously to promote the rescue mission to where it is currently. So there are a lot of things that we'll be discussing. We'll also be discussing about the growing issue that is actually involved within the township of New Georgia. And he is one person who is actually anchoring that, as a matter of fact, there should be a new breed of leaders to occupy the positions as a township commissioner. We'll also be talking that. Remember, we will definitely keep the conversation safer. We'll keep the conversation very respectful, and definitely we will definitely do that. So I will be joined very shortly by my co-host, Mohamed Vani Kane. So Mohamed Vani Kane is now serving in the backstage as the technical technicians and to coordinate and effectively ensure that we have this best quality of our broadcast. So for those of you who are watching this live program, we want to say welcome. Keep following, keep sharing the live video as we make efforts to join our guest. So Mohamed Vani Kane, we can have our guest in. We can have our guest in. So we will actually have time to discuss about other issues after our guest leave. So we definitely have time to discuss the other issues. So keep sharing the live video, keep sharing the live video, keep sharing the live video to your various chat room. Keep sharing the live video to your various chat room. Keep sharing the live video. Even though the topics about sanctions has overwhelmed every other political issues in our country, but we still have some issues that are very, very important to us as Liberians. So keep sharing the live video. So our guest has just walked into the studio and he is preparing to make the reasonable adjustment so that we can dive strictly into the discussion. Uh, so we keep sharing the video, keep sharing the video as well. Uh, okay, so that is say, so we'll be putting in all that the necessary adjustment where they are feeling certain.
You can use the other microphone. Yeah, that one is
You want better?
So as we said, our guest Lucia Lincoln just walked into our studio, and we are also going to be discussing about post-elections matters. We are going to be discussing about post-election matter. So this is not the very first time I'm being told that this is not his very first time appearing in the studio. So we will just go to the issues. Uh, okay, I'm also being joined by my co-host Mohammed Bani Khan. Uh, also being joined by my co-host Mohammed Bani Khan. So Mohammed Bani Khan, we're discussing about issues related to the station. Since our guest is making some backstage preparations, so you were giving your opinion, your honest opinions about what are the implications of the sanctions, considering the fact that all of those people who have been targeted by the U.S. government or sanctioned by the U.S. government are all, all those individuals are people who have a very unique relationship with George Weah. So I overheard Jefferson Koji the other time talking about, speaking as the Center for Intellectual Exchange, how the president was quite devastated when he heard about the news about the sanction. So do you really believe that George Weah was actually devastated, or it was just intended to make people, it was actually intended to bar sympathy as well?
Um, you can see that was actually meant to buy sympathy. Um, that also play on the mind of President George Mania. I do not speak for him. I am not his press secretary, neither his special assistant. But from an independent perspective, I want to believe that that also plays on the mind of the president of the Liberia, Josh Man. We are by hearing by waking up early morning or afternoon to hear the information of your city mayor being sanctioned, your finance minister,
Mm-hmm.
one of your confidants,
Yeah, one of your
Emmanuel
confidants.
Luku. So it was a shocking news, very very shocking to the president of the Republic of Liberia. And I was told that he was on a trip out of the country, but then after he
Yeah,
received
you
that
have to
information,
call
he
this
cut
shop.
off he cut off that particular trip as we speak currently. He's currently in country, and we don't know what next. Whether he's going to dismiss these guys, or he going to do the same thing as business as usual by suspending the U.S. Treasury Department just came out about sanctioning again.
Yes, talking about the initial action he took when those three individuals were previously sanctioned, the likes of Natana McGill, the likes of So, okay, folks, we are very, very sorry. We got interrupted due to power outage, but it's good to be back again. So we will just go strictly over to our guest, uh, Majid Lincoln. He's very well seated. I am of the conviction that he has done all of the needful, and he's now seated. Yeah, it was quite unfortunate that we had to get interrupted due to power outage. But however, our technician has worked place Mangida Lincoln on the camera. So Mangida, welcome to Focard TV, especially the program Good Evening Liberia.
Uh, th- Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me here today. And I also want to say thank you to the Focus family for keeping this place continuously growing. And I want to say thank you to the listeners. And I think we are going to have a very good conversation here today.
Yeah, okay. So we want to say thank you for honoring our invitations, even though it was somehow that you kept consistent. He said I would definitely name a way. So you've been very concerned, deeply involved into uh, the district elections, particular district elections. What is your own experience owing to the fact that you were actually canvassing to have your candidate Solomon Chico elected? What is your own experience or looking into consideration the way in which the people voted?
Oh, thank you very much. Again, I come from the political camp of Honorable Solomon Chico Senior, who participated in the District 13 election, and we were independent. Our candidate was running independent ticket, and I was serving as the mobilization and recruitment chairperson, and later became the campaign chairperson. For what I saw, or the way the people voted, I think they voted the way they thought because they saw everybody and they listened to different messages and they decided to go the way they went. We are not feeling bad because we believe that Solomon Chipo, that was his first time in national elections to participate. And even though he's been around since 2019, pushing his agenda, moving from one community to another. But I think we did our best, and we believe that we need to do more, and then we believe we are continuing to engage our people the best way possible. Because if you went through a process, if you lost, you have to sit and look at things from different perspectives to know what's the cause, why you didn't do, why you did that wasn't correct, and you decide and we did all that, and we know that maybe we might have the chance the next time. So we don't have problem with the way people voted. Even there were some people we promised during the elections, we didn't meet up with our promises, but they are still inviting us, and we still call upon some of them, and then we are trying to live out to what we told them. So for us, we are okay.
You are okay.
Yeah, we are
So
okay.
I'm being told I'm being told liberally about the kind of message you posted in the intellectual chat room about your husband who is not currently in the country. He left. He actually left. He actually left the country for the United States of America. He has gone on a very important business that would definitely bring all the substantial benefits to residents of the district and as well as Nigerians. Can you tell us more about that particular trip?
But yes, yeah, yeah. Uh, since the election, people believe that Solomon Chipo, like one time I listened to the current lawmaker on OKFM on their sister station, and then they hosted him. That was
when the first round of election ended, and they were asking him, "Yeah, you are in the league, and you are the winner of District 13 now. Meaning, as an incumbent, you will team. So an election we're looking at is going to second round for presidency, vice president, presidency. We'll be going for this the runoff. Are you? It was Clarence Jackson was asking him. Are you engaging other candidates? Because you people were 17 in the race. You emerged victorious. Are you engaging other candidates in the district who didn't go on party tickets that the independent and other parties? And he said, I'll reach out to them. And he man continuously asking that question. Because when you go to second round, it doesn't mean because you win as a representative, it means that you are pushing somebody as your president. So if this person doesn't win, I mean, it gives you another side. Yes, you'll be happy because you won, but there are some things you think you believe to see happening, you might not be able to see them. So, but he didn't do it. He didn't reach out to people. And where Clarence even mentioned he was specific on Solomon Chipo. Oh, the guy we met at the debate at Solomon Chipo. He said, "Oh, that man going back to the USA. You know, the man are American man. The man, I think he's not even in the country." But you know, it all contributed to their defeat.
Was it a post elections interview or
no, after he has won?
After he has won.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. And in the district. That was the first round. Yeah, the rare results, and those of us who knew our, you know, how our war room and other things were doing, we already knew we didn't win. So we never had a problem with it. We just re-strategize to see how we can put ourselves together, accept the defeat, and see what next we can do. And he said the man going back to America. But the question is Solomon Chipo an American man? So in this country, if you have opportunity.
Apparently he normally talks about his America heritage.
Yeah, but American heritage does not dominate his Liberian heritage because somebody got an opportunity by a DV program where we all playing, trying to win and have opportunity, and they were able to, like 2013, gone to America, spent 5 years, work, did, you know, go to school, do all the things you did, came back to your country. Yeah, you still have the opportunity to go and be coming, but the place is not your home. So if you will be thinking that somebody will come because they go to America and spend 5 years, 4 years, 10 years and come back to the country, then you're saying they are the American men. And you know, Clarence was smart and he kept on the question because Clarence know going to a runoff, you need other people. So if the person got one vote, you need to talk to them. That person will get one vote in the election because maybe the people don't want them at that time. But influence and relationship is not limited to the vote you're going to get in the ballot box. Because even going to an election, everybody will not be registered in the country. It's not possible that everybody registered. There will be people left out. And people that left out, they got family. Some of them got voters, they got influence. So that person can be able to talk to them. And he did not reach out to us. And we kept moving and doing what we can do. And at the end of the day, I think they saw the result in the second round. Because those who reached out to us, like Corina Kuratuka, she did. She reached out to Chipo. And then
We will definitely transition to that. Taking into consideration you being living in the district for several other years, you used to work with the incumbent lawmaker Edward Pape Flomo. You were actively involved into the elections that brought him to power during the first round, and later on you flipped over to some people. How did you observe the process? Is it that because there are other allegations that many of the reasons why Solomon Chipo maintained his position was on the basis that he used financial influence to actually get him to win? What is your own observations in a more honest opinion?
yeah, in the most honest way. Anyway, today I won't be too because we're not in no campaign process.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be in a campaign mode. I'm going to have a friendly discussion and be fair with what I'll be discussing because you got other people out there listening and they will analyze from what we speak and they will try to be the judge or judges. Like I'm saying, if you say he used money, yeah, he used money. He used money, but that was not the only thing. because using money, trucking, voters trucking in our country is one of the things most lawmakers depend on. Because some of them, when you give them positions, they win, they change their platform and start to operate their own way. And if the people cry in a district and complaining because they're living there, so most of them will not deal with those people anymore. They will go out and bring in more people to vote for them. The only concern is to win. They are not concerned in building relationship. So that was another factor. Brought more people in. Like during the election, while the process was ongoing, he was caught with 3 kilo beans in his yard. People getting down right in his yard. And one of the candidates, Oscar Miller, who also participated and lived at Queenstown, and he was around and he got the information. When there he saw, he started taking photo. I think he went into a fight and what have you. And at the end of the day, why will you claim that you have worked for your people in the district and then you'll be bringing people to come and vote for you? And even people wants to come and vote for you. There are some people who can live out of the district and they can feel that, oh, this man, I think I got a relationship with him. I will go there to vote for them. That one is on their own and what have you. But that is another thing.
Do you anyhow see a hygiene in the politics of district 13 owing to the fact that most often people are up influenced or induced by finance to vote for a particular person? Do you see in the long run, do you see a hygiene in our politics where people will graduate from the issues about voting for money and vote on the basis of tangibles and competency?
Yeah, sure. Sure, we will. We will. Because as election takes place year to year, time to time, things will not remain the same. I also believe that there will be time that nobody will be running behind campaign materials, t-shirt, what have you. People will sit, you have to go to that door and tell them. Because every election, things happen. Who expected Dallas DeLong to have won Thomas Fowler? When all the resources were being back, everything was there. He's spending from left and right. He could create one rosette in a day, maybe 2, 3, 4, while he was just talking. So I think like bring people, what I think they are graduating from money, yes. Sometimes they'll give it to hold it, but to make decision, they can make another decision. I think that's what we see. And one of the things that is also going away is the party sentiment, issue of party sentiment. I this party, that party.
So do you blame your boss for not contesting on a party ticket?
No, I don't. He did the right thing. I'm satisfied with it. It doesn't mean that we are against any political party, but it's good to test your own strength. So as an independent candidate in this election, I think, and I'm satisfied, I think we did our best. We are not lack of logistics. We have logistics. We could move anytime, anywhere. We had a space where we could meet people and talk to them in the district. And but our people, yes, some of them were induced, more especially the less fortunate. If you look in our district, we have the less fortunate. They are too much, too many. Only one message can convince them. Only one message can convince them. Because some of them, while they are into, they don't want to leave it. So if somebody will go to them and tell them, hello, if we win, we need to change the salary code. And we'll do it like this. The next person will come and tell them that if the person wins, forget it. They will not exist in the district. And it's not possible. We need them in society. Some of them can even get better than us. And some of them could even hold positions in this country and do better. But if they keep in that state, because people want them to be there. Because some of you guys, they are highly educated. They're just down there. They're down there because of habit. They're down there because of friends, influence, and what have you. And one thing I've noticed, people who always can fight to get the illegal catch, they always keep people suppressed so that they cannot see the reality and they should keep in that state and they should continue moving forward. So I see it like maybe if you have an election here today, the district will not make the same decision they made.
Okay, actually. So we will, on this note, this is how we choose to welcome Mohammed Bani Kanen on this program, who and I would definitely run the program together. So Mohammed, you are welcome.
Thank you, Lyndon. Thanks and appreciation goes to you and the host. I'm so sorry for joining you guys very late. But however it is good to be here.
Okay, thanks. So now that election is over, the result has been announced. To a greater extent, we believe that there has been no issues reported, even though one of the issues you made mentions on, it was not actually reported by Oscar Miller or any one of the political party. Errol Flomo has been retained. Few days ago, he was certificated by the National Elections Commission. What do we expect to see from Chipo, Tim Chipo, and your political leader as well? What do we expect to see? Now he's in the opposition community. What do we expect? What does the people expect from him this time around in District 13?
Oh, yes. For us, we maintain that even if the election is held here today, we participate. And we believe that we can still make this district to make the right decision. That's what we believe. Because if you want to go for anything, go for it all. Don't go and stop. Don't go and stop. Continue. Because if you are consistent in what you do, you get people mind to listen to you, you get their attention and that thing. And trust me, they will regret. They cry. They will cry and they will regret. And the only thing that will be depending on again is to talk people. There were a lot of promises, like you mentioned, that are with him, the Cuban. We brought him to power, yes. But there were some things that we didn't know about. And when we got him there, we had a platform. We were busy with platform. And when we got there, we saw different things started happening. We started to come into advance. Oh, look, I don't think we can do it because we stay around politics now for some time. Though we didn't go to school to get degree for politicking, but we are still on around there.
Radical.
Yeah, we are operating with like Professor Richmond Anderson and a lot of people who bear around. So we stay in the district politics for some time, and then we started to tell him. I said, no, we can't do this. This is what we're going to do. Let's focus our platform. Like if we say we want to educate people, we should find a program to educate them. Like if you look at his first message that we came with, we talked about building another government school. If we win the election, we're going to build another government school because we got one in New Georgia, we need another one down that will be able to give more parents the opportunity to send their children. Not everybody able to pay private school fees. We gave him the power 5 years. Did he build a school? No. Did he purchase a land? No. Nothing. He also talked about the district doesn't have a hall. The district has been, it was ran by others. It's been run by him today. No district office. He posted a building district office, iron factory where you got a car wash. What happened? What ain't happening? Nothing. If you go at the junction now, we were to erect structures all to those places for those petty traders and other people who are selling there. We started that project. The CDC government fought us through the public work ministry after they agreed for the project, and they came and took all our materials away anyway. We were fighting, all kinds of things happened, but at the time we were independent. So today, all the first promises you have not achieved them. The poor gave you another mandate for 6 years. You came with new one to add on the first one. So I'm getting confused because I can tell you that people voted for him in the district. I won't tell you that nobody voted him. But you got 16,000 at the plus vote in this district.
Yeah.
Now, the person who got 16,000 plus vote in the district would not turn that into a victory for his presidential candidate to overwhelmingly win the United Party in the district. If you watch the margin, first in the history, since I've been in this district, for the margin between the United Party and the CDC, because there's a CDC first in the district, for that margin to be that small, to be in 100, then I think there's a problem. So it tells you that people that he brought to get that 16,000 vote, it was not this district in majority. He brought them because he thought that bringing people with the money they gave him, and at the end of the day, he could not bring them back because he had won. He don't want to spend no money.
Your political leader was noted for his critical stance against the incumbent lawmaker, and to some point he went at branding the lawmaker all sort of names. I want to ask you questions again because I think you try to skip over the questions. I want to ask you as to how proactive do we expect to see the Tim Chipo and his political leader?
Well, we'll be very proactive. We will be very proactive. We'll be very proactive in the district because the people in the district will believe they depend on us, even when we lost. since we lost the district election, and the Chipo just left Liberia this go on Sunday. So to tell you, we'll be here working with people. We got organizations that we still where we attended programs with different organizations, and we still have our plan. The organization that he's he's part of, organization that is not part, like the Stoughton Creek Community Women. We promised 50 women at that time that we're going to give them some funds to be able to at least whatsoever they want to do it in, it's up to them. We didn't do it until the election ended due to there's a fighting incident we had where we had 8 of our people wounded and we could not meet up with them. So some of them did not support us and some of them still believe they supported. And he sent for them at the headquarters after the election ended, and then he said, "Y'all come. What I have, I still want to give it to you." So this one, we're not on election basis. So to tell you that you will not find many people who participated in elections be meeting with people now. If you invite us a cheaper on programs and he's available, even if he's not available, once he see the timing, if he can go, we are here, we'll go there. Because I believe that consistent working with people, you make them to understand more. So I still believe that time was not even enough for some of the messages that we're giving them. Maybe they didn't get it right. So I think we can do more.
You say your boss got bought over into the fact that he won't brag of Topo Village to be his stronghold, and from all of the results that we got from Topo Village, the incumbent representative actually won him in Topo Village community. Isn't that he is not disappointed?
No, not at all. Mm-hmm. Not at all. He's not disappointed. He's not disappointed, but even though he came second, he came first in Topo Village, and he came second. Yeah, we appreciate the vote we got from Topo Village. You still got Doubting Thomas always around. One thing people believe in, if you were their kind, and you go, I see it to be now that when you go to America, they're crying for you. I mean, I know they want to indict you or what they want to do at people, but if you steal from them, they can be happy. When you get at children drugs to not be normal, they can also be happy. But when you travel and go to America and come back to be among them, if you are living in Ghana's way, if you come, you go Cinco or you go Brosville, they can worship you. But if you come and live among them, while you're then sitting, sometimes you'll sit down, maybe you'll sit to one entertainment, you'll drink the same kind of thing, and you try to make yourself with them, then I think they're where they can be looking like, oh, this man is this, oh, this man is that. But to admit, even after the election, they are regretting the result. Topo Village people, they are regretting. They are regretting because there are promises he made to them that influenced their vote. There were cash he gave that influenced their vote. But since he won, has he visited Topo Village since he won? The answer is no. But when he wanted to vote in recent time before the election ended, he came here and put, I know, 500,000. That was, almost half a million that he came to meet with 40 organizations. If you divide it, you people who are mathematicians, if you divide that among 40 organizations, you find us one organization be carrying a $12,000 Liberian dollar or 12,000 plus. And then when you get that 12,000 to the membership in that organization, maybe some people not even get, because some organizations get 20, 25, 30, 40, 50. Like you talk about the champion women who we are also partnering with, they are more than 100 plus people. So if you get about 12,000, you go share it. I mean, how much each person going to carry? So that might somebody was not observing it. So, but now the reality now they're going to live with it. Because this man, since he became lawmaker, he has not brought motor grader on this road. No history of him bringing motor grader to create this road. So the second time, the only thing he did when Chipo graded this road, he only came and brought the same thing he used to bring the crowd out there, like always create a pop hole to make the road back. That's why he brought. And at the end of the day, let the road there now. He's not going to come back here again. Because the first thing he defeated from the top. The presidency, which they used to really be boasting of, where today most of them didn't even do well in campaigning for that very presidency, is going off their hands now, and then another new leadership will be taking over. Those things they were doing around here, most of them are going to happen here. Most of them are going to happen here. So we are still here and we'll be more vocal. Like you said, my chief is noted for being vocal. Yes, we'll be. We're not going to quiet down. We're going to continue, but we're going to give some time to see how he's going to drain the leadership, even though he still owe all the first promises.
Be able to adequately judge him by performance.
Yeah, I want to see, because even the own company, the same money, company that is there, is still on a question mark. We're benefiting nothing, still there yet, up to now. He has raised our leadership the community leadership was being harassed by him because he said he had two powers. He had presidential power, he had representative power. Presidential power now is out. So the representative power, you can use it because by that time, some people used to be harassing. You might not harass it anymore. Even if they're not working in the government to come, their connection to Putin, because you can see some posters they don't want to talk. It's their friend. So you do somebody carry the police station wrongly, they run into the court. So before you get back to that person, somebody on a connection to will come in, and then they'll just make you be small as a representative, and then you just sit down and be on your own.
All right. So we were ushered in our guest, maybe Mohammed Vanikana, who served as the co-host. Perhaps we have one or two things while we are still discussing about the district-related issues.
Um, Thank you, Lyndon. Thank you very much. There are a lot of things Mr. Lincoln said while I sat quietly and listened to the both of you, where you were quizzing on issues that matter to the growth and development of the district and those things that happened during the representative election of district number 13. So um, I just have a few questions because we need to rumble into issues at the national level, not just the district also.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, so there are just few questions where I have to ask Mr. Lincoln. And some of these questions has to do with whether there were lessons learned in the previous representative election in district number 13, where see Mr. Chico, who happens to be one of the vocal candidates, who people rated him as he was overrated, where people say he would have been the formidable force, the best choice of the people within district number 13. And then at the end of the day, it did not go the way people were anticipating. So we want to know what there were lessons learned from the previous election where your boss contested and then he was defeated by the Cuban representative, Edabatu Flemo.
Yeah, sure. There for every competition you go to, but for everything you do, when you are out of it, you have to get a lesson. There were a lot of lessons there. There were a lot of lessons there, and some of those lessons that we have learned is to be able to bring the kind of people you need to be on board in politics. But if you, some of the lesson was people came on board who understood nothing about pushing an agenda, where they would just sit down and think the voters would come walk to them and say, yeah, that people are voting. If there's a trademark, so that contributed. People were too relaxed and feel that, oh, because we got a headquarter, we got this, we got that, we got this. So they were relaxed. Even when you say, let's move from this place to this place, somebody want to get in vehicle before they move. So those things contributed. And we believe, we who are revolutionaries, we believe in whether there are logistic or no logistic, we move. So those are some of the lessons that we actually learn. And some of the lessons we learn, our people, most of them can be induced by the catch issue. Catch. So they know the message, they know what is good, they know what is wrong, but they choose the wrong because somebody will give them cash and mean it in the dying meaning. So we still taught to do more engagement, make them to understand, and let's see how we can work because that top to bottom to top approach, I think what we believe in. Not to come in one community and tell somebody that we want to do this for you. Let somebody come on and say, oh, we want you to do this for us. And you sit down and discuss it. And you can find the best way to do it. And I think they will like it, they will cherish it, they will know what to do. Then just coming to just give them cash. So there were a lot of lessons learned. Not that we didn't do projects, we did projects. Not that we didn't or support education. We also try in doing we open our own vocational school, which we just had graduation.
Yeah, I saw that.
Recent time.
I saw the
And,
graduation.
we continue that. We think that one of the way we believe in that aspect where we can give more people the kind of knowledge they need, much better in the vocational areas to see how we can continue it to that time. So that is one of our people who will really be already to see what we can do. And we believe that that will give us a result.
Alright,
So
so
they will
that
not
is it.
just
Lino, so we can move forward.
Okay, let's transition to the national scene. Though before we transition to the national scene, there are this issue about the scuffle for power in District 18 in the townships, particularly where I see you making a comment and you have something why you think it is very much necessary that you have the best quality of people representing the township of New Georgia as opposed to the kind of impasse the current township commissioner has made. What is this issues about you opting or arguing a change of the commission?
not bad. So we there are a lot of things we see
Mhm.
in this township.
Mhm.
The previous commissioner, he will also give the ideas, we give our advice, we suggested some things, but we didn't see things moving the way we thought they were gonna go. And we were born right in this district, this township. So and most of them whenever they give them a position, they just feel that it's a party property. They can forget to know that I think I'm living among different kinds of people.
So do you see him as a
So
party man?
yeah, I told him I told Stanley Mr. Wright or Commissioner Wright or somebody that I know not today. I know him since I started knowing him since 2010. That's a 2010. So from that time to this time, I know him. It's not strange to me. Why is you? Yeah, he's a CDC man. Myself used to be in CDC from 2005 to 2014. So, but we left because of the same thing that caused CDC defeat today. Thank God they came to power and the defeat was being thrown right in their faces because we told them back then. So the same thing Stanley brought to his own commissioner position, where you just think when you get up plenty situation, you be from one place to another, then you say you're working, they're not working. It is not about grouping plenty people. When you group plenty people together to make things happen for you, they will make it happen. But at the end of the day, what do you have to offer these people? Like I asked the other time, our salary that is at that place in the commissioner area. I learned according to the past commissioner who served the position, he said 150 US, $150 US.
For each
Yeah,
employee?
for month. No, he the commissioner.
Oh,
His
the
salary,
commissioner, okay.
according to him, $150 US.
Do you think that he has been very sincere to you?
Yeah, even Stanley said the same thing.
Mhm.
He said he left his job where he was making thousands and he came to the commissioner position and 150. So the two of them, they are going.
Yeah, there's a similarity in
So
your
the two of
statement.
them maintaining 150.
Mhm.
But that look at the issue of the cash and the issue of serving. Those are service positions, even representative positions. Just our people have brought corruption to be the bath tower now. So at the end of the day, they just taking bath with it. They don't even care anymore. But all the positions are service positions. This is why in capital building, they don't ask a lawmaker who won election to ask you your staffers to know what degree they have and you know where they went, where profile they got before you can. Those are political positions. They did that to give opportunity to Liberians. But some of them still, you got 16% in your office, government paying them, and you just carry 4%. The 12% money, the controller will cash it, he send it to you, it takes money on it. You get 12% money in your pocket. But you forgot to know that the revolution, you are not alone, and you still want to go back. So the same with Stanley. You get the people that are there, most of them complaining. Most of the people you see behind there are complaining. There are too many. At the end of the day, what they expect to carry to their own family and what have you, right? It is not happening for them. Because when you live in your house every day, like even you guys who are sacrificing to make sure that the public gets information on a daily basis, they don't care. Everybody know that they're enjoying buying. Ain't living in your car, in a cruising area, you guys are making money because you decide to commit yourself to something. So I think a smaller staff with a representation of communities will do you good. You'll be able to maintain them. They're asking the other day, what's the source of income? Before you jump, packing all you people in. The whole day he tells you he's doing projects. He's doing projects. You are doing projects. What is the source of income of a project that you do? Who are those contributing to your projects? We're not mentioning you doing the leg. You make it 150, but you're doing the leg. Everything you're doing, you use your own money because we have not heard. I've not heard anyone to tell you say, a social group of people contributed 5,000 US. So we can tell them thank you to because we're in the district. We cannot have the same problem with the lawmakers. Then we have the same problem with the township commissioner. Yeah, then where the township is going.
There are other side of the argument relative to this same conversation where people applaud him for the fact that he has been able to bring some level of innovation to the district, to the township, and people look at the fact that you people are calling for the removal of Steny as a political vendetta. Can you address that?
For a removal,
Mhm.
a removal is clear. For me, I'm sure, and very strong, I say, absolutely sure that it's not going to be done there. If you hear people saying, vacational or commissioner, I think his government, CDC government, they treated him wrong. They did him well. Because when they won, these were the people that got opportunity. So what happened to other CDCs that didn't get no opportunity? They got opportunity, they left from one opportunity to another opportunity. And even if he's not down there, he still has place to go and get opportunity. His friend is a senator.
But the United Party government told us that they made a commitment to the Liberian people that they were basically going to form a government of inclusion. So looking at us, who is also from the CDC angle, that could be a complete implementation of a government of inclusion.
Yeah, but the good thing is why United Party said, and they're going to live by that. Mind you have people who you know to be even hardcore seditious. They'll be working in this government, they'll hold positions. They said they don't want to work, but they'll work because sedition is Liberians. United Partisans are Liberians. So it's not a paid debt, but it's just that we are not satisfied with the way he's working. There are sometimes somebody will give you 1 million to carry on a project. If you took that 1 million and decide to divide, pull 500,000 on the side for something else, what you feel that is good, you put other one, so you still have not done anything. That's not the purpose. So you are diverting the purpose. So if you start to do that, then it becomes a problem. I know you should ask him. Took the commissionership. Which community has he gone to sit with the people in the community to discuss with them on things that he's thinking about doing? For me, I don't know whether it's happening in my community or not, because what when I like, they always post photos. So if it were happening, we'll see it. But because they're painting the room, they feel that they're painting the sour. So they're putting it all on the. But where the pin coming from? You don't want the pin, or the government in power is the one giving you the money to do it because there's a transition that is on the way. And Christmas season, normally money comes. So if you cannot relate to the public, the same bobo thing you got with the current lawmaker, being bobo, not telling you nothing, just hijacking money from places and pretending that nobody gave him money.
So
then it means that
your problem is
means that you are not, and when you're not transparent, you're not accountable, you don't want to be accountable, then it becomes a problem for us as a people. If Breton is giving you money or Sand Mining or Dura Plus or companies in your township is contributing, right? We should know too that the companies are contributing, and this is how much, because mind you, the layman, not you and I, the layman must not get time for filing the issue. All he concerned to know that layman doing this and layman he get money. But then another man will say no. But that man, he getting money now. Does he have a budget? How is he operating? So at the end of the day, when we start to compare, the critical people will not sit there and just say, yeah, the man working. No. The man working, not what people looking at. People want to know how this man is working. So that when we see some of the companies too, we that will be talking, we can say, yeah. The last time we heard the commissioner said that this company gave XYZ. This company contributed XYZ. That no contribution
so
should not be
transparency is one of the issues.
It's not transparent, yeah. That's one of the basic issues. And when somebody is not transparent, they will not be accountable.
Okay, let's. I think Wiley has some questions relative to that particular issue before we transition into the national politics issues.
I don't really have much, but it's just that what Mr. Nico said as it relates to Mr. Steny Wright being removed from the position of commissioner for the town, where disturbing him as a summer school commissioner. That was the person going to be one of the shortest, or he might be the shortest serving commissioner ever in the history of the township. So my concern has to do with whether Mr. Lincoln have a regret for the statement, whether you regret the statement, whether you regret any action in terms of the removal of Everett in the nearest future or now, whether you want to the statement.
No, not at all. Not at all. It doesn't spoil our friendship either. Me, I believe in looking in the faces of people and tell them, now look, this is not going well. Like I told him, I said, you just got to politicians, so CDC put in bring it. You don't feel that they work in Liberia for a political party. Even the United Party that we supported, we're not going to sit down and be clapping
But how do you
for
point out
United
to
Party.
how do you point out to these people that they are all seditions?
Not all, but majority of the people I saw.
Where is this? Where is the statistics?
Almost, in fact, he wore a gown with his CDC. He wore a CDC gown, and all of them were behind in the
Well, I
CDC.
think someone could say that was doing the election
Campaign process.
That was
Apparently, everyone decided
everybody wants to go
to
out
dress in the party attire.
So then they show themselves. So then we got to know that here, the people thought I was just make some people, but all of them were there.
So how sure are you now that the new commissioner that might be appointed, if a commissioner might be appointed, how sure are you that that commissioner not going to play or not going to dance to the tunes of the Unity Party?
Not that you're not going to dance to the tune. That's a government. You have to give support to the government.
But
so
he was
nobody blaming him.
Senator was also
also
pledging support to the government that
No,
elected him.
that's-
or
that-
appointed him, rather.
No, that I don't hold.
But I think
Stanley Bear institution before going to the position he hold. So a party, that is not a secret. So if anybody will tell you that, oh, Stanley, go to commissioner, so he wears CDC teacher, for me, that's strange to me because he wears institution. But I am saying the position I was given to him. You
So
coming to work with people in the township.
Are you chastising him because of his alignment with CDC?
Not like that, man.
Mhm.
He working the way he work. Because if you have other people working with you within if you could recognize that the township is not a CDC township, even if it was a CDC township, they won't want non-citizens that were here or not here. You have to work with them.
So
Even President we are who was coming on campaign trail. When you are coming, when you listen to the message, you're not telling anybody that who the citizen I want to see you.
but
It's a Liberian people.
But many of the projects he has been able to implement in the township are taking into consideration the bus shelter at New Dolly Junction and the ongoing bus shelter at the Village Junction. Yeah, they are not only going to benefit only citizens, they are going to benefit Liberians as well.
Yeah, but then we say this is a country that should have an equal space. Now, one group of people take a space, another group of people be marginalized, and you continue to marginalize it. You know how many stakeholders we got in the township? Or because maybe they don't have riches that people be calling upon them because when you get money, that people be knocking on your door every day. So some people just want to just tell you, look, this thing here, we didn't see the way it going. You need to turn it this way. But if you be carried away by praises as a leader and think that maybe you got protection from whatsoever, this is a clear example. The thing has changed. It says that change, it will be a transition. When there's a transition, a plenty happen. So it means that another government is coming. Even if they remove and put somebody, the president is not a Liberian, they are a Liberian. Another Liberian coming to work. A group with tribe people. It happened in Cape Man. Cape Man brought a senator who served a vacation senator too.
yeah,
Or Waxy, Senator Vida Waxy, a senator who was removed. So, I mean, by his people. So, if you are working and the people that you are working for are not satisfied, my brother, then I don't know who you're trying to please. Maybe you're doing project, the thing you're doing, maybe you're wrongly doing it. That's why the poor one. Have you sat with them? Have you sat with these people to ask them, oh, yes, my people in your community today, we want to do XYZ, we are here because XYZ reason. So, we want to know what's the priority, why your thing can be done. I've not heard it, I've not seen it, I've not watched any video concerning such issues. Only here, well, you're doing it one today. Here, they're doing it one today. Even, I think people should try to copy some things from other leaders, like Mary Bro. When Mary Bro used to be at City Hall, they didn't employ everybody at City Hall. She had her working team there at City Hall. But like when you get any kind of work to do, the Christmas coming, or you got or New Year, July 26, maybe program, other big program, right? They hire Liberians. Whether are 3 days, whether
Make the
are 4
process
days,
come. Yeah, make
yeah,
the process
whether are
come.
4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, they bring them and tell us, look, we're going to do this. This will be that sweeping. This is the job. This will be the job. We will finish the job that 1 week process. After the 1 week, we'll be able to look for dip, cold water. This is a volunteer something. Even they give you 100 days that somebody know. So after that, you can fall back. So then you get it to understand the people. But if you're not doing it, your way. And I think maybe the way even doing it, I think there are some honor motive, because the way you operate, we are sitting with the eye, we can let you know what we're supposed to be doing. So those are calling for, I think they are in the right direction. They are in the right direction, and I saw him challenging them in the chat rooms, and I saw somebody asking him question that you think you're supposed to be challenging or you're supposed to be. So, and I just follow him because we're coming to start a conversation. We're coming to join those that are calling because they're asking for a reason. You want a reason? The reasons are many. So that's what I think.
But in the ears of other people, that could not be a justifiable. That could not be a justifiable reason enough to actually to question of the way he is actually turning.
Okay. Then watch the political wave. The political wave is moving, and as we are seeing it, we are not witch hunting him or we don't hate him, but that's a clear reality.
Okay.
That's a clear reality. We're also challenging him to tell us how many communities has he gone to since he took over this position. First thing he took over, he moved. Where the previous commissioner used to be, he didn't come there one day, he didn't sit there one day, we see him around there one day, he left and moved to another location where we still trying to finding it hard to even know where he is.
There were even a lot of controversies surrounding that particular office. We follow that particular development very closely. The previous commissioner, Louis Gray, was actually reneging to move from his position.
I think that those are some of the weaknesses of the government, because if government places me somewhere and the same government come and say I'm bringing Mohammed Kane at that same location, I think where's the challenger? What is the challenger? So you tell me Louis was challenging the government? That means the government was the one creating conflict. If you place somebody somewhere, then you say you bring another person and you have communicated with that person to leave that position, and the person will be sitting down there arguing. I mean, not possible. So I think the government was not responsible enough to have engaged Louis Gray, who they placed there.
Are you of the opinion that the removal of Louis Gray was politically motivated?
I can't say that. Mm-hmm. I can say that maybe they're looking at his performance, even though I can say he was not part of them. It had to determine, because I believe that I knew that he was not a citizen, but maybe people could join party at any time, even in the next political people can join things. So I can't be that or direct to come on and say, oh no, we were not there, we were there. But I think something to lose their workings to, but also not pleasing the very people in the township. And I see people calling again. Those people are calling for Louis Gray to be removed. You see people protesting against Louis Gray. So they are calling for this man to be removed. So it tells you that the priority of the people have not been met, have not been discussed with them.
It seems to be like
Stella is running things in his hands, and maybe he thinks that he got some godfathers who will defend him. But I can tell you, the people are more than anybody, because they give you power.
It seems to be like almost every one of you that are conversing for the removal of Steny A. Wright has been under the influence, has been under some political influence that where almost every one of you within the township are conversing.
Many of whom are unity partisans.
Yeah, are agitating that Steny A. Wright be removed on a mere count that Steny Wright is a sedition. And I think it shouldn't be that way. It's so that you people are politically motivated to come up with such campaign that Steny A. Wright be removed from the position of commissioner.
But if you say so, then
no, I'm not saying so. It's a fact that we are seeing.
But the main was Steny Wright or Commissioner Wright. He holds the position he's holding. There's a political position. So who you think will be talking about him removing? The political people. And we who are talking, those who are talking, I mean, everybody have their points. Those are the counts.
So you
People
agree
gonna
to the
come
fact
with.
that your campaign is politically motivated.
Because it has to be. The man wants a political position. You get in a position. A political person plays into a political position.
You haven't answered the question. So your campaign now is politically motivated.
No, not 100%. Not 100%. But we are political people.
So if
from different sides are discussing. I'm not a unity party.
If you say
I'm not a member of unity party.
If you are saying,
I supported the unity party. I endorse the rescue mission, but we are independent candidates. Independent candidate endorsing the rescue mission for the runoff.
So before we get to the rescue mission,
it has nothing to do with joining the rescue mission. But even if we want to join the rescue mission, yeah, it's a good thing because we supported it. We stood by it, we supported it, we campaigned for it, and then we got the result that we got today from the Liberian people. So I think we can probably say that the rescue mission was not a misapplied group, and we believe that they will do something better. But standing issue. We don't want people who will be an obstacle to this mission. Already, the president-elect is not in the country. Who you hear discussing? That's standing there, discussing that he's sick. He did. They can't see pictures, and we are not here to be posting pictures like the footballing president who was here when he wear one T-shirt. If he has not worn it before, people will be flying with photo. He wear one sneaker. That man wore all the things before.
Will you take that statement back? You just called the president a footballing president.
Where he came from? Where his career? What was he doing before he became president? That career, and when he became president, he was still playing football.
That appears to be very strong for the president.
No, he's a president. I respect him. I'm not insulting him. I'm just looking at his where he came from. He came from playing football. He became world best. You know, I think people always say, and that is the reality. So today, he came to presidency again, and he did what he could do. And one good thing I will hear him for. Even though I didn't support him to be president, but I hear him for accepting the result of our country, that today we are now being put in a state where other countries are into today. So I think for that, yes, I would say thank you. I congratulate him for his position. And he didn't listen to those or power mongers who thought that after lying to him for many years, they will still come back again and have a chance to laugh for another 6 years. So for that, President, we did extremely well by accepting the result. We think other African countries, African leaders, even organizations, communities, churches, leaders, and what have you, the Muslim, the imams, or what have you, who are leading people, should be able to follow those examples. When you serve, when the people say we don't want you, they express it, you leave and give chance. You can still be there, give an idea, you can still be there and work for your country in different areas.
All right.
So that is not disrespect to the president. If you ask him now, he'll be proud of you talking about your football life. Any other thing?
Okay, let us transition a bit to the national scene. We during the course of the runoff elections, we witnessed an endorsement ceremony by Tim Tipo, and it was actually a formal ceremony where you have some stars of the Unity Party attending that particular occasion. And what I want to actually know, I'm so particular about what prompted the decision of Tim Tipo, even though from the initial stage of the campaign activity, you never had any association with the Unity Party. What prompted your decision? What did you see in the Unity Party that make you inspired to go to actually endorse the Unity Party?
Like this is why we talk about leadership. We're talking about responsible leadership. We all went to the competition. You saw here, Corridor Crowd took by us, went back to back. Even I was sitting, there were a lot of arguments we went into. We raised the debate from one angle to another angle. And you are right to say we never had no relationship with people and what have you. But the fact remains that the election was over. And when the current lawmaker had the opportunity to answer that question at OKFM, he was playing fun and mocking at people. I think I remember he and Wilmer Smith went into a clash, but we never had time for those kinds of things. And then we're being reached out to by another candidate who us went back to back. Honorable Coroner's Gratopa. She reached out to our political leader, Honorable Chipo, and they had a conversation that, we're going to the runoff, I think we need to meet. And when he got a call, he came and told the team, he said, EC, this is the issue, and we're going to run off. And we said we're open to both sides. But I got a call from Koinokra Tupa, and she wants us to meet. We said go there, go and meet. The thing is, the election for representatives has ended. We're talking about country presidency. And we have seditions in our EC. We have different political parties, people there. And we had a meeting and he went. And when they met, he came back with the message that, oh, they want us to join them for the runoff. So how you see it? We said, okay, we hold to it because we know we got the other side too. Other guys who were there and for CTC side. Say, oh, chief, we can't go United Party and this, that. The message, but the thing is open. If you know you got the other people you getting me, then they come so we can have the conversation. So, and we sat all the time. They could not come. You know, the runoff, it was not a long time giving.
Yeah.
So it was very short.
Was conducted in a
So
short
we couldn't
time.
be setting and setting and setting. And how he was invited to the president-elect house through the invitation from Kodinokra, the other candidates who participated, lost, win, came second, what other position they decided, they were going there. So we told him to go, and he went. And the meeting was held. He came back and he briefed the team where are we, and then we decided about look, chief. The way we're saying it now, right? The runoff is not far. We cannot be waiting and waiting. The other people don't want to come. We can't be saying that waiting for people. There's a political process. Let us make our decision and move our decision. We owe anybody. We ran independent. Nobody, United Party didn't give us money. CDC didn't give us money. No political party gave us money. I think Kumis visited us here in Topo Village. Ambassador Baga did not visit us. President Weah didn't visit us. So among them, we decided and went. And how we made the decision. That's how you saw that endorsement took place. And we did it wholeheartedly. And we stayed in it until we made sure whatever they wanted, the United Party wanted us to get involved with, we were into it.
Okay. During the course of the runoff elections, on the date where Liberians went to the pool on November 14th, that was when the runoff election was actually held.
Sure.
Your boss, your political leader was also mentioned in the issues about political fraud that has to do with making away with ballot boxes. Has he ever addressed the media relative to that to perhaps clear the airway? Because particularly with Intobo Village, I heard him. He went to Salvations and he was able to make away with some ballot boxes. It was being alleged. He went to other areas. And he was being alleged of all of those wrongdoing. Has he ever commented to that, or how did you view those things? Was it do you consider that to be coming from naysayers who who has something sinister against him?
Yeah, most of the people we really gave them the kind of ears. I think they wanted a kind of attention. So the possibility of somebody walking into a pool and just go there on a national election process and just start taking ballot boxes and start carrying it. I think that they meaning the men controlling the country. It's not possible. It's not possible. What we were doing that was, because I was there, we had other people there, the United Party, through the Honorable Corina Kratopa, who was coordinating the affairs of this district, because she ran on that ticket, she was in line with us and told us what they needed us to do. And you talk about vote security. You have to protect your vote. We were not in the polling rooms, but our duty was in the nighttime. It can be risky for those who are manning the river pools. And they needed that security, people that will be able to be there for them, because they will come in late hours and they need a title sheet to get to them and what have you. And so that responsibility was being given to us. Since our honorable has a security knowledge, he got knowledge in security for years, he has that experience. So that was the conversation. And we implemented it without even touching someone. We came at various centers, like Henry Woman Dennis, when we came, there where that news started from. We got down from the vehicle. At that night, one would not be passing around. We were there with him, but all of us were identified with a tech. She gave us 30 tags to use, and we had him to move. He had on the neck, the election commission signed on it, and now we're using. And when you get to the place, they got security there. We met a security guy, and when he was talking to the guy, he asked the guy, what time you talking about like 9, 10. And he asked him, oh, my brother, how are you? He answered, immigration officer. And he said, "Oh, I want to know how's the process going on." He said, "Oh, we are they're doing counting right now." So right there, you had CDC agents and United agents who were being put outside from the fence. They were outside while others were in the room. So he asked, he said, "But how?" He said, "Look," the man says, "Okay." He said, "Oh, can we go in?" The man said, "But who are you?" He said, "But not seeing." Anyway, I'm Solomon Chipo. I participated in this district, and I'm here to see our people who got here, what is ongoing, whether they are true and what have you. So the man said, the immigration officer said, he can't answer any question. If I'm not answering nobody again. So we left him, and then you have some people seated at the shop right closer there. They just left the shop and ran, bundled themselves, and started racing. And then he told them, he said, "Look, we are on a very serious issue. We are not campaigning here. I'm talking to the man in charge, not everybody." And how the agents from the both parties came and said, "But Chief, on our Chipo, in fact, the poor Osa, we are observers." I told the guy, he said, "Oh, man, you're a security man. Must have that background. You cannot put these people Osa, you'll be risking them. The place has a fence. They gotta be in the room. Ain't got people that they can be outside, they can be in the fence. It's not safe for them." That was just a conversation, and we left. How they started running with the news, even the salvation school they're talking about, we didn't even go to salvation. We did go to salvation deliverance. We left and went to other centers, and we patrol. We came back. We're resting to see how we can come to salvation because he said in my own area we could. We started receiving call how we ran away with other buses. But then since we ran away with other buses, nobody have come to us. The ballet buses, I don't know if we carry those buses, so I don't know which one they were counting the food from that night that brought the result from all the places they claimed we took it from. Because even if we took ballet buses to carry it, we'll not be the one to get the result for it. That net we have to announce it. Net has not reported anything on that. So I just think our people way of understanding how things can happen. I mean, they need to graduate from those things because we don't have that power to go take ballet buses. My chief is so educated. He's not a person who will just get up and just do things the way he believes in law. He believes in the rule of law. So you're not just going to go places and be disturbing, taking people ballet buses. We didn't even enter no center. We got there, we asked those in charge. They gave us, they explained. We called our agents there. They told us everything was okay. Your cameras also hour to pick up things, and that what we're operating. Oh. So where they took that news from, I mean, I think they got to carry a different place. But most of them say in front of talking, also they were opposing us. And then again, the result came and all the putting buses have been checked. So I don't know where we stay keeping it. Because even if we took buses, our chief was saying, he said, even if we took the buses, and Braga who was supporting a vote inside the buses. So we don't want for them to come Braga, even at one place, who wanted to add it to other votes that they call it for other places. So we take it and bring it back in people in the fence here. What we going to do us?
Okay, so folks. One last question before we go to the phone line because I see a lot of people wanting to expressing their concern. They want to make their input relative to the conversation we are having here. There's just pictures about your political leader and and President-elect Joseph Newman Boakat. Talking about his possibilities to be appointed and subsequently confirmed by the legislature to the positions as LDEA boss. How factual is that? Because you are very close to your boss, so you must have at least a clue relative to those informations that have been circulating on the social media.
Yeah, we're following. We are closely following all of them, and I think these are some of the same things we're saying. I think you find Liberians who understand that Mr. Chipo has the security know-how, or when it comes to security, they'll believe that he can perform in certain areas to serve our people. And if you watch, I think most of them following our videos where he really struck on the wrong use of drugs, the sale of drugs to our young people. And what is doing to them? How it is damaging the future of our country? So I think from that background, because most of our messages in the district were about the increase, because right in our district, we all are witnesses 100 million worth of drugs were being found right here in the district, Flantown, precisely at a Costa Rica. So with those kinds of drugs coming into the country, I mean, we spoke on those messages. We will be on that path until the election ended. So I think based on that, even based on that, I think most of them looking at that area. So most of them thinking that they believe that Mr. Chico go to the LD. They are recommending. I think what I see, but like you talk about the president-elect has appointed him or is appointing him. No,
I'm just talking about the kind of information that has been, opened by other people relative to his possible appointment into that particular capacity, and taking into consideration that District 13, where he was contesting for the position as representative, has consistently been in the news for the influx of drugs in this particular district. So I was just talking about that.
Yeah, but I think what I'm saying, a lot of people who saying it all over the place. They are saying that we want Mr. Chipo to be appointed as the LDA director to be able to help to fight the drug situation in our country. And I think most of them believe that he's a straight person. When he tells you, look, we're going to go for this, definitely we're going to go for it. So most of the mothers who saw that children are affected, they are also coming with no recommendation. Other times, some poking from United Party, some women supporters, they went there. But for the issue of, oh, yes, he have been giving assurance and getting me that he will be appointed by the president-elect, I say no, we have not gotten that information yet. But if they appoint him to whatsoever position, I think he's prepared and he's ready to serve because he's a Liberian, he's willing to serve his country. I think the greater thing is to serve his people.
What value do you think he will add towards the fight against this growing pandemic?
For his expertise, I believe, and from the close my closeness with him or my proximity with him, I believe that when it comes to the issue of security, even though he's not limited in that area, that a lot of studies that Mr. Chipo did that he has experience in. But when you place it in that area, you bring a lot. Because like he always step on the top, the bottom to top approach. And that is what more people can be looking. You cannot fight drugs and leaving the people in the community where those drugs are being distributed.
All right, we have the line buzzing, so let's take the first call. Let's take the very first caller. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Yeah, tell us your name and where are you calling from. Yeah, hello. Can you get me? Tell us your name and where are you calling from, Chief? You call from where? Hello? Yeah, you have to be audible. The people are listening to you. District number 13. Yeah, your point? We lost that caller. So I see he tried to write his message here. He has a lot of questions here. He says, good evening, studio guest, writing from my base, New Georgia Sambo. A few questions to your guest. Can you share some light about your concern that Commissioner Stanley is not transparent in his decision-making processes? How does this compare to the transparency exhibited by the previous commissioner? That it has been reported by you that Commissioner Wright is not visiting communities as often as he claims. Can you provide any evidence of that particular information? So that question is from S. Amos Tama. I see Erison Kemu tries to call back and forth. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Yeah, everything. Yeah, go ahead, Chief. All right. So thank you. So he gets a call. He's taking down notes, and he will definitely respond to that. So the numbers to call is 0772 599017 0886 Those are the numbers, and the numbers are also scrolling down the screen. If you are watching, the numbers are scrolling down the screen, and you can participate on the call by calling. We have another call. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Your name and where are you calling from? Must time. Yeah. Make a point. Mhm. Oh, you want him to speak to the commitment made by his boss? Uh-huh. All right, a year ago. Okay, he is taking all of those down. He would definitely respond to them. So is that all of the questions you have? All right, he dropped the lines. So the numbers to call is 0772 Those are the numbers to call. The numbers are even scrolling down the screen. You can call and make your input relative to the conversation. We have Mojida Lincoln, the campaign chairman of Tinchipo. They contested the elections, and they didn't win the elections, but he pledged that his boss man, his political leader, will be more vocal, more critical as he used to be, even doing before the campaign processes. Up to now, his boss man will even re-energize his critical stance in a way of ensuring that district 18 can have a very beautiful and represented lawmakers at the Capitol building. So that is what he has said. So those are questions, those are concerns. So I was just reading emails. I read all of the questions. Those are the concerns from those individuals, so you can respond to them.
Okay, let me begin with my brother Amos Tama.
Mhm.
I think he asked three questions.
Mhm.
One has to do with my evidence of the commission of visitation of the community.
Mhm.
You guys said I haven't seen
Mhm.
visiting communities. He wants to know, and he also talk about the my boss man promised to the veteran of in the program you people had.
Mhm.
He want me to also talk about that. And then he talk about, I think he talk about the remover, and what my evidence when it
Yeah,
comes to
yeah.
is working for which it should be removed.
Mhm.
I think I had direction, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So like I said, when it comes to the removal, I said for me, one of the pillar it has to do with transparency, for which I think he should not be in that position. And, these are transparency, accountability to your people who you are working for. We can play with it. This is why causing what's our leader today, the sanction is just rolling into our country as if somebody is just a cooking pan bottle and just spraying on the floor. And mind you, more sanction is on the way. More will come. It will affect people we don't even expect. Some news we heard, I think nobody was expecting them, but their name will be mentioned. So if you think you're doing wickedness to your people by corrupting the society and making them to suffer, these are things you're going to be. So the first thing, if you want to be a good leader, you gotta be transparent. You cannot do things in the darkness. You are not. You are just a commissioner, because everybody can be commissioner. So you are working not for yourself but for the people that you are serving. So if you are not transparent to them, you are not accounting for things that you are receiving and on behalf of them. You are not informing them about happenings. I mean, then it has a question mark. So I think from that background, there are a lot of things, but just from that background, I draw my attention that I don't think he needs to be there. Because since you told me now, see him, it's not about just calling community chairpersons to come to meeting and just explain to them what happened to yourself. Like I talk about visitation. Okay, if you look at like for my community, for battery factory community, Atlanta, look adjacent community, Darkwood, and other places, even New Georgia, there are a lot of areas I've not heard that you are visiting. No community are talking now to go past in the community. No, schedule a meeting, visit, have a town hall meeting with the people, and tell them. Some people want to ask questions on some things you're doing. They don't have a telephone number. They don't have that relationship. They're not on. They're not in chat rooms. They're not on Facebook. So how the question going to reach you? Are they going to give you their own ideas of the way you should work for them to be able to get involved? So I think with that, I've not seen it, and I challenge to see him posting communities that he went to. Not only one community that having inaugural program, but after the community vote for leadership, then you go there to attend that program. They will invite you, but you should be able to extend to the communities to be able to tell them your agenda. Another thing here, my brother, he talked about the the issue of the Ventura,
Yeah,
the promise. Like we always said, that promise has not been there. It's still standing because we have not given it. But there are controversies around that issue that has to do with the students wanting to receive and the institution that had a program want it to pass through. So I think they're where we are. But we are cognizant, we are aware that yes, it was made, it has not been delivered. We are delivering other people's promises. So yeah, that little by little. Like the champion ladies in Topo Village. I talk about the Southern Creek women. The New Georgia organization we also met with. And there are several of them. We're doing it little by little because the resources we have is not that much. So we have to take our time. So my brother Amos is still standing. We just know how the conversation around it. The chief will be in the States. He's there now. He will be back before the inaugural program because he has to attend that program. So we can still talk around it because he will be here. He's not going anywhere. He don't want nobody calling him American man again. Because so you go, they're American man. So when they're not able to travel, they don't have that opportunity. Someone all want it. They leave with me now. If I get an opportunity, I'll be gone. And go and do things to come back here. Because when you get an opportunity, you can do plenty of things you want to do. They're here, no opportunity here. So our brothers who are not here, they are not Americans. Our people should understand that they're gone because of opportunity. And then another thing here is my brother everything came out saying people saying, yeah, we've been hearing that too. But I think that is not we don't really want to talk about it, but when these things are raised and you are present, you have to speak to it. People should not even be thinking that somebody will, even if my boss man will be appointed at any of those security areas or the DEA as people want him to go. And then somebody will feel that it will be because it's a particular person, nobody else you're talking about is either Papi Flomo, the representative district. No. But any representative says the simple and they believe that the representative has is free from the issue of the drugs distribution or sale or what have you that you have been accused of by reputable leaders from the very legislature and even in areas. There are people should not be afraid. Because if you watch how drugs enter in this country, you can't tell me that something that boy or something that man was just saying that in one day zinc area where people claim that he's selling drugs for somebody, it means that he's the one going to places and bringing it. So you're talking about 100 million worth of drugs that came in the country. From there, 40 million follow. So that just the ordinary boys who just going about doing it. How many times have we heard that the person he left the place, they go on this place? So it got some hands are there that have to come. Are we searching official vehicles as security personnel? No. And trust me, if we start doing that in this country, you know that there are plenty of things that people who are sitting in power are traveling with at night, and you myself just sitting, we don't know. Oh, honorable, minister, chief, until they start to be searched. They are not ordinary people, but yes, we have to apply that because to stop drugs, to fight drugs, these are the way we're going to do it. Like we talk about town hall meetings, yeah, we're going to do it. So, my brother Erickson, we are not going for a particular person or particular group of people, even those that we refer to as Zogo. We are not going for them, but we are going to educate them to make them understand. Oh, hey, gentlemen, look at your past life, look at your current life. I think you can leave them there. We'll see some of your friends. We carry some examples. That's what I was saying. The approach should be the bottom to top. You take it from the community, you talk with them, you are standing in the churches, you go to the mosques, you invite people because Right now, every family is affected by this thing. Somebody gets on Zogo somewhere. So if you just say, we just be in the DA uniform, like no more thing I can see, you're just running, just say that track and field, running behind people in the community. And even doing that, sir, you are building trauma in our children. In other people, there's some people get pressure, go to foreign. You just see DA project in larger running in the community. Where they're running, somebody can fall off and something can happen. But if we're using that approach, the communication is important in security. Somebody could just be in one community and just tell you, say, so. Like the police, they have community policing. But how effective it is. So if you in the DSS, you also have a community base. You're not only to just be at the headquarters being car and passing from place to place. If you say that system you're going to use, no, you're not making. You'll just be on the surface. You'll just be on the surface. You're not getting real information. So if you get the communities involved, you make. So we're not going for. I think that is the least on our agenda to go for a particular person. Even if you just collect one person now, is that sufficient? No, it's not sufficient. It's not sufficient. You got a lot of people running around here. We all know. We can see some. We know some. Some people bluff with it, but you can't target them. You have to engage. You have to engage them. And that's the only way. If you engage, you get the kind of result you want. You get the kind of result you want. That use other approaches. That change that way of just running in the community. Some of the DE officers themselves, they are the same people sitting to those very places. They are the same people sitting to those very places. We even learn that some of them are also involved in the sale of the same thing we're talking about. So the part is got to restructure that entire place if we have the opportunity to go there. Those are some of the things because when I just go there, we're not going to take people from there. We got to look for people with passion who have the desire to make this thing work. And then you can build up their expertise, you can build up their knowledge, and you can give them those equipments that are necessary, those necessary training. I don't think somebody should see DA men be running. DA men should be able to sit in the community and be able to explain to people what is actually happening, what's the effect. DA men should understand the effect of drugs. You know, as the other man drugs is taking, all that push, all that went. You got to know what effect it has. What makes it wrong for somebody to go around this thing? Then the person understanding that they know the danger that is hanging, but you're just running around the place. So I think we're not going there for that. So if anybody thinking that we are going just for a particular person, then you are just joking. If that opportunity is being given us, we're not going to do witch hunting. We're going to be on people. But what we believe in, some of the things we want to propose, many people will not like it, but we don't want people to be exempted. Like I think you can hear. I think leaders should be taking drug tests. They should be tested. Whether lawmaker, whether whosoever, you should be tested. And that should be followed by the head of the country. You set that example. They say the leader set the example, people follow.
Are you going to push for that?
We're going to push for that because if you say you charge our responsibility to do something, right? We got to come with our proposal. We got to give you our vision. We got to tell you how we're going to do it, how we're going to make it happen. Because even if you are planning to go there, people alone can make it work. People need people, collective ideas. The media, you got to sit on the media, you be able to explain to people. But when they talk, hear our DA people talking, when they say they collect drugs, when they say discussing, it is wrong. Like today, I was sitting listening to OKFM. We are playing DV. I was listening. The people from the U.S. embassy came on the station and they were explaining the process of the DV, right? But we just playing. Some are not understanding. There's also some people just listening from that place. And Clarence Jackson was also helping to relay the series to make it to be balanced for us. I can't understand the English that they were using. Hey, I mean, it was fun. Like both saying that if you play DV, you are not having pregnancy, and you won. But now time you went there now, you are pregnant. The question was, what happened to you? You already win, but you get better, but you're not having better when you want to play. The message you go. So these are things we know. So I believe when you use the media, because we know that our people, they don't want to spend all information. So they escape the media and be using Facebook, live this. How many viewers, how many people do you have that you'll be talking to? Then the media is already stratified and working directly in that direction with a passion. So I think we need to change the cycle of plenty of things.
All right, the other time I will definitely invite you so that we can discuss the arrest platform. Apparently, you have some information relative to give out to the public about the kind of optimism you express in the Joe Biden administrations. It's just a matter of time. We just have few days inching towards the inaugural program where we are going to witness the second, after the post-war, we are going to witness the second transfer or transitional process. So we have talked a lot, and we are actually pressed against time. So on this particular note, this side, I will ask you to perhaps weigh in your parting comments and um, take into considerations all of those topics we have had and we have discussed about.
Okay, thank you very much. Which of course I won't be that long because I think we had a good discussion today. And always, this place we are not stranger here. Where people never wanted to come here to discuss, we used to come there ourselves, and we stay available because this place is owned by a Liberian who is trying to help the society. So we see it necessary. Whether we get invitation 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, that when you invited the commissioner and our young brother, the youth chairman, who's a United Party, to come and share ideas. Later on, we're waiting to, with that appetite, and then they didn't come. It's always not a good thing because this is what we're talking about. It's not a good thing. This is why I came here and said we are available. Like we said, we are here. When it comes to information, for me, if I leave somebody come to the intellectual center, we can be there and discuss anything we want to discuss. So I want to say thank you to the Focus family and the vision bearer, Andy Bubla Jala, and the station manager, the staff, the chairman of the institution. We want to say a big thank you for the area and always having us on board, and we are willing to do it. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that is Mangia Lincoln. It has always been a mouth-watering conversation here, and I just admire the kind of information. A lot of people wanting to call, but by the time you open the line, they don't really want to. Yeah, they don't really want to participate on the program. So we have most of these developments. I see my own mentor, Harrison Camus, was just he just called and to give his opinion about the issues that was being discussed. So thanks to all of you who have been following the conversation. My name is Kay Linton, talked by my colleague Mohammed Vanikanan, also helped in the process of coordinating the broadcast to ensure that we have very unique broadcast on today. My name is Kay Linton Topa, and this is how I choose to end this broadcast and say many thanks to all of you who have been following the broadcast. We see you tomorrow when we see the game. Good day and have a pleasant night. Bye bye from my end.